Hi, my name is Alexa Scheetz, and I attend Quakertown Community High School. We live in a world of modern education, modern technology, modern warfare, but many of the non-modern parts of our world have become forsaken. One of the biggest political conversations of today surrounds environmental conservation. Every year, 15 billion trees are cut down, destroying our beautiful forests. 21.3 billion tons of carbon dioxide, or CO2, are produced every year from fossil fuels alone in order to power our world. Now, carbon dioxide in and of itself isn't harmful. It's necessary for plant life, which photosynthesizes it into the oxygen that we need to breathe and survive. However, we've hit a bit of a dilemma. As deforestation and CO2 production both increase, there aren't enough trees, or too much CO2, depending on your perspective, to continue this natural cycle. Carbon dioxide and other harmful gases are clogging our atmosphere and trapping heat. Our planet is collectively warming by 32 degrees Fahrenheit each decade. This is melting glaciers, rising sea levels, and destroying the ecosystems and habitats of all of Earth's organisms, humans included. There are a plethora of estimates of how long we have until this doom is inevitable, ranging from never to 11 years to that it's already too late. Political intervention is needed, but it's not happening. At the current state of action, environmental doom is inevitable. Nature has become a second priority, but it hasn't always been that way. In the early 1900s, President Theodore Roosevelt, an avid nature enthusiast, went hunting in the Badlands. Among some successful kills, he recorded what he noticed was the loss of species and habitat. Now, he attributed this to the lack of respect from the American people for nature, similar to today. However, unlike today, Roosevelt took action. Roosevelt dedicated himself and his presidency to convincing the American people of the importance of conserving their environment. Roosevelt created the United States Forest Service within the Department of Agriculture. He founded 6 national parks and helped create another 17 within his presidency alone. He created 51 federal bird reserves, which are now federal wildlife refuges. But on top of all of these physical implementations, Roosevelt also spoke and wrote about his beliefs. In a 1913 article for Outlook magazine, Roosevelt wrote that here in the United States, we turn our rivers and streams into sewers and dumping grounds. We pollute the air, we destroy forests, and we exterminate fishes, birds, and mammals, not to mention vulgarizing charming landscapes with hideous advertisements. As we continue to do all of the things that Roosevelt mentioned, we're starting to feel the consequences of our actions. And as these consequences materialize practically exponentially, it's time for us to act, just like Roosevelt did. We need to protect our environment as we know it. We need to try to restore it to its former glory, long before Roosevelt. In a time when the environmental destruction around him was much less detrimental than it is today, President Roosevelt took action. It's high time that we follow his lead and do the same.